What's up, guys? This is Sin with Vengeance, and I'm finally back with another MLB 16 The Show Baltimore Orioles franchise. And today we are taking on the San Francisco Giants here at the Oriole Park. And it's Matt Cain versus Hunter Harvey. We're only going to do one game because I really do not want to spend too much time recording because I've been kind of behind on some certain things, and I'll get to that. But if you guys are excited, make sure you guys drop a like, and if you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button. I try to upload as much as I can, and I'm explaining why things haven't been uploading for the past few days. I really should, I try to keep my subscribers at least in the loop. That's why you guys should follow me on Twitter. And, if you follow me on Twitter, hey, I'll follow you back. Just let me know. Like, hey, I saw your video, and I followed you on Twitter after that. So, hey, hit me up. But here's the reason why I have not been necessarily uploading. I've been going through a bit of some life changes, and life has to come first before YouTube. Believe it or not, I do not do this for my full-time job, so it's considered a hobby. And yeah, it does generate some revenue. It's kind of like a second job if you really think about it, but I can't rely this YouTube thing to be a full-time thing unless I'm making millions of dollars like somebody like PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye. But nonetheless, I don't do this for a full-time job. I've been going through some life changes, which involving me trying to get a better job than what I have. And I've been going through some phone calls and some stuff, so I'm not going to go into great details of what's been going on, but I have been, trying to get it all together and, have myself a better situation. So anyway, other things I want to talk about too. I want to talk about the baseball playoffs. I know this isn't. I know I'm getting a lot of off topic, but you guys can see on the screen like what you guys have been seeing for standings and all that stuff and statistics. But I know you guys have been wondering, Sin, what's your thoughts on the playoffs? Well, I'm not an Orioles fan, so I'll get that out of the way. Disclaimer. I know I'm doing an Orioles franchise, but I'm not an Orioles fan, guys. I know it kind of disappoints some of you, but I chose the Orioles because you know what, they're a fun team. I wanted to see how well they could do in this franchise, and so far it's been panning out really well. I really like using this team, and I've been keeping track of the Orioles. In this season, they did really well this season. They just had a bit of unlucky fortunes come their way in that AL wildcard game, which kind of sucks. But anyway, AL playoffs, Toronto just caught fire against Texas, and Texas could not pitch to save their lives, and that's why we have Toronto advancing to the ALCS as well as Cleveland, which was more surprising than Toronto beating up on Texas, in my opinion. Because everybody wrote off Cleveland. Like, Cleveland was like the dark horse in all this because no one thought like Cleveland was going to be anywhere near a contender. And they're shocking the world right now. They swept Boston, which is really crazy. But this team, it's good. It's really good. And they have a chance to go do something that they haven't done in quite a while, and that's win a World Series. But they're going to the American League Championship Series against a really good Toronto team. And we should see it. I would say that series could go probably 6-7 games. I could see it happening. And as far as the National League, Nationals, Dodgers, as far as I'm concerned, this video was played the day or like a few hours beforehand. So there's obviously not a final as far as that. But it was an interesting series. It's been an interesting series. It's been back and forth. There's been a lot of streaky hitting, a lot of streaky pitching. And, Clayton Kershaw has had some really good starts, but he's been on a lot of short rest, which begs the question, is that good for the Dodgers? Because you cannot use that arm like you think you can all the time. And they can't rely on one pitcher to do all the work. It's not like it's back in the day when pitchers would pitch every day. I mean, it's not good for the arm. So we'll see how the Dodgers go, and if they decide to pitch Kershaw as much as they do later on if they advance. And for the Nationals too, let's see if they can get hot at the plate, and let's see if Scherzer can get it to go again. And same with Strasburg. I know they're missing Wilson Ramos, So that's kind of a big deal to them. So on to the Giants Cubs series. That, you know, if you guys are not aware, I am a Cubs fan. I live in Iowa. I'm a Cubs fan. Have been ever since I was a kid, and you know, I was on the edge of my seat literally every game. I was in fear for losing a game every single game, and that's because the Giants are just a really good team, and I don't like them because of how annoying they are at the plate. Yeah, I said the term annoying. You can get mad at me all you want for being annoyed at the Giants and how well they hit. But as a Cubs fan, I'm just sitting here like, can we just get it out? Because the Giants' offense can get very, very hot at any given time. It showed with the Cubs' offense too. But the thing is, the Cubs have power hitters and the Giants necessarily don't. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but you know, the Cubs, you know, they have a lot of good hitters, and so do the Giants. The Giants have a lot of good pitchers. Madison Bumgarner pitched pretty dang good. Well, not against the Cubs, but he's been known to do damage in October. Johnny Cueto pitched really well. Matt Moore pitched phenomenal last night, or on Game 4. This is the recording of like October 12th, and the video is up October 13th. So, excuse my language here a little bit, but my sentences. But you know, Matt Moore pitched a phenomenal game. You know, Lester pitched really well. Hendricks in the bullpen in Game 2 pitched pretty dang good too. Game 3, Arrieta had a good game. And Game 4 was not anything to be desired, but the bullpen has been kind of up and down. So we got to get our bullpen straightened out if the Cubs ever want to get deeper into the playoffs, and they already are. So congrats to, you know, thank you, Giants, for having a great series. It was one that kept me on the edge of my seat. I was nervous the entire time. I really was. I thought at any given moment, you know, me being a Cubs fan, I have my doubts, you know, but I do think, you know, this team, as good as they can be, you know, they showed their true colors last night, and, you know, it came out in the 9th inning. And it's not anything against Sergio Romo or Hunter Strickland or Derek Law, but, I mean, that's baseball, man. You can't predict it. You can never predict baseball. It's just a matter of getting hot at the right time sometimes. So the Cubs got hot last night, and that's all you can say. I mean, anyway, I know you guys are Giants fans watching this. You're probably thinking like, Sin, you're just being biased or whatever, or you're just being a Cubs fan or whatever. I know. Let's face this though. As a Cubs fan, I hated Conor Gillespie, and you guys hate Javier Baez. So it all works hand in hand. We can all hate each other and love each other at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to get on with the game here. We're catching fire here in this inning right here. As you see, we got another run from Chris Davis's RBI single. Now we have Machado at third, Chris Davis at first. It's been a bloodbath here. No one can pitch this game. It's 5-5 here in the 5th inning. And we got another base hit right here to left field, and that one's going to that's actually going to get this guy a triple. Hyung-Soo Kim up against the wall, and just poor fielding from Machado, as that one ends up being a double and an advance. I think they're going to mark that as a double and advance to third. But later on, we do have Matt Holliday taking this one to deep right field, and that one is going to be a sacrifice fly. 6-5 San Francisco. This game, there's no pitching in this game. Let's face it. This game does. That Brandon Belt just got himself a home, and it's now 6-5. But later on, Didi Gregorius with the bat flip too. Oh my God, get that out. He did the bat flip, yo. He knew that one was gone. He did the little bat flip. I was just like, oh God, Didi did a bat flip, bro. Are you serious with that? But later on, full count, still tied at 6. We have Lee Ferrillo at the plate, taking this one in the gap. Lee Ferrillo, man, whenever he's on his game, he is on it. He is on his game. As you see right here, he gets another double. As, man, he is just killing it so far. But later on, 2 runners on after they intentionally walked Chris Davis for his 3rd walk of the game. As that one is going to be, actually, I think that was his 2nd walk. 2nd walk, I think, in the game. But that is going to be a pop-up in foul ground, and that one goes to James Loney. So here we go in the 7th. Brandon Crawford with a 2-2 count, and swings at a really bad sweeping curve. That was way inside, and that's going to cost him that. So here comes in the 7th, Gary Sanchez, 1-2 count, runner on first, slips right past the third baseman there, and that's a base hit. And Gary Sanchez has had a pretty good second half. I mean, he finally has eclipsed the double-digit home run mark, has 14 on the season, and you know this team right here can hit baseballs out of any ballpark. We lead the major leagues in home runs by like a country mile, and we have like 4 players with 20+ home runs, and we have a few with double digits as well. Like, this team can hit. This team has the 2nd highest batting average, 1st in the American League. This team hits the ball well, and it shows right here with nobody out here. 8-6 lead. Jimmy Paredes taking this one into right center field, base hit. And that one's going to bounce up fast against the wall, and that's going to only lead it to a double. But look at Young-Soo Kim going to the plate, not afraid to try and take a risk. And it's now a 10-6 lead, just like that. This is what happens when a team starts hitting the ball well. It doesn't even have to be home runs. It just has to be base hits. Lee Ferrillo next up, taking this one to left center or right center field, base hit. Lee Ferrillo coming around, getting Jimmy Paredes to come around and score. And it's now 11-6. But Lee Ferrillo getting a little too greedy, trying to get that cycle, and he does get called out right there. So now Mark Trumbo at the plate with runners on the corners. Base hit back up the middle, not necessarily. Sacrifice fly. Denard Span could not get the throw home in time because Machado's got some pretty good speed over on that side. So now 12-6 as that one just kind of blew that wide open. As you see right here with a couple runners on. We get the fly out here. Ian Wolf pitched himself a pretty dang good ball game. He did give up that one run, but after that he kind of settled down and got himself into a groove. Started making some really good quality pitches, using his breaking pitches effectively and using his fastball when he needs to use his fastball. His fastball is not the greatest, but his breaking stuff is what really matters, and that's what makes him such a great pitcher. He has a great selection of pitches. Sweeping curve, a slider, a changeup as well. This guy's just really, really good at getting outs when we need him to get outs. So right here, we do get the out right there. As that one was really close to the bag, and that one seals the deal here. The Orioles do win. Final score 13-6. This one was a high-scoring affair. Not really much pitching until Ian Wolf stepped in and kind of just took over. Pitched 5 solid innings, got the win. Only gave up 1 earned. And, it almost felt like he started this game because he just did so well. The loss goes to Sergio Romo. He gave up 3 earned, and he only threw like a couple of pitches. So, that's bad pitching by Sergio Romo, kind of like what he did in the NLDS. Not a shot at the Giants fans, but he kind of did blow it for him. But anyway, Panic had himself a good game. He had 2 doubles. The Panic attack. Lee Ferrillo wins player of the game. 4 for 5. 2 doubles, a single, and a home run with 4 RBIs. Have yourself a ball game, Lee Ferrillo. And deservedly so. He was fantastic today. And I know we only played 1 game. I know you guys were expecting like a 3 or 4, but I wanted to try and just get this one out to you guys and to show you guys that, hey, I'm still alive. But thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys enjoyed, drop a like. And if you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button down below for more content such as this. Until next time, my name is Sin with Vengeance. You guys have been amazing. As always, I'm out of here. Peace.